Now then, my friends, no, it's not an electric car video today, it's a food video for all you food lovers out there, and I want some fish and chips. Now, I've been known to like fish and chips, and I'm in Leeds in Yorkshire, and Yorkshire make the best fish and chips in the world. Undoubtedly. I've told you before many a times, there is nowhere else that makes fish and chips like Yorkshire. But today, I want posh fish and chips, and you can't get much posher than the Ivy. Now, I've been to the Ivy in London, the original one, and there's many of them now. There's one in Harrogate, I believe, one in Leeds. They're all over the place. There's one in Birmingham. I think, personally, it's diluted the brand a little bit and made it less special. But we're going to find that out today. And we're going to have posh fish and chips at the Ivy in Leeds. Now, I have been to the Ivy Asia on the video before, and they were superb. And I've also had posh fish and chips at the Ivy in London, where the service wasn't great. And that was at the Canary Wharf one. So we're going to find out what it's like here in Leeds, and it should be better because everything's better in Yorkshire, isn't it? If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Can I just say and have a little moan before I start? Leeds City Council, you've ruined this city. You've basically pedestrianised everything, made it really difficult for the motorists to get into town, and next the shops are going to die. Just letting you know, you're probably doing it on purpose. So shame on you, Leeds City Council. There we go, I've said my piece. Now, let's get down to business. The Ivy. Originally, it was one of the best places to go. It was the place to be seen, wasn't it? Where all the stars hung out. I believe there was also one in Los Angeles as well. You'd go there, there'd be Simon Cowell, there'd be Paul Daniels when I went. not the magician from years ago. Classic. What a legend he was. And you'd have like Ted Rogers, probably a little bit. Name a few names that would be seen at the Ivy. Maybe you've been to the Ivy. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've seen anybody famous. It is special. I bet as well they're going to add a discretionary service charge, which really winds me up. If I want to leave a tip, I'll leave a tip. But it seems to be the thing nowadays, doesn't it? It's spread from London out into other cities. And I don't know how they get away with it up north. How much? Come on. Tell you what, these bike lanes that I'm walking in, they're jam-packed with bicycles. I mean, crikey, can't move. Now, I've always said you get two kinds of fish and chips. You get your posh fish and chips at a restaurant, or you get your fish and chips at a chippy that are in newspaper, or they used to be in newspaper. But the posh fish and chips, are they really as good as a fish and chip shop? And in Yorkshire, a lot of the places here cook in beef dripping, which makes it mwah. These guys, I'm guessing they won't. And also they'll have crushed cheese as well. So, do you want to say that on camera? Yeah, do what?
Right, stop now. Come on, allow it.
Okay. Just giving you, if you want to, you know. There you go. Thinks he's being funny. Give him the camera. Had to beat that one out. Onwards, my friends. Right, so behind me there, that's the Ivy Asia. Did a review on that. Have a look back, see if you can find it. Search the MacMaster Ivy Asia. It was fantastic. But we're going to go round the corner to the normal Ivy for fish and chips. Come on. Right, okay, so here we are inside the Ivy now. I've got different menus here. I've chosen off the all-day menu and I've gone for the Ivy Classics, which is the traditional fish and chips here. The Ivy 1917 batter with mushy peas, thick cut chips and tartar sauce, which is $18.95, and I've also gone for a Diet Coke as well. So kind of looking forward to this. Service is excellent, I have to say, and they brought water to the table as well. Got a nice little bottle of water there and ready poured for me as well, and a Diet Coke with a paper straw here out of a nice little glass there. So 1917 the Ivy was started at. Bel Giandolini opened a small restaurant in the heart of London's theatreland. His aim was to provide fine cuisine for cultured palates, which is probably rules me out because I don't have a cultured palates, although I do know what fish and chips are like and what good fish and chips are like. Amongst the famous figures of the 1920s, the Ivy was a synonym for quality. It became an exclusive meeting place and a friendly rendezvous. But as I say, has it actually diluted it, bringing it into places like Leeds and Harrogate, etc.? Well, we're about to find out. Don't forget, we're going to mark this out of 10. You guys are going to mark it out of 10 as well on price and on ambience. Now, I'm not going to get too many shots inside here because people are actually having it's very, very busy and they're having a nice meal, so they don't need me sticking a camera in their face. But we're here for the fish and chips, and that is what we're going to review and take a look at. Before we do that, have a closer look at the menu, my friends. Right, so the goods have arrived. Now they brought the fish, which they said is hake. So we've got hake. We've got the mushy peas there in a little ramekin, in a pan, and then the chips there as well in a little tumbler there as well. And we've also got some tartar sauce, some malt vinegar, a lemon like that, and there's the tartar sauce. And a little bit of grass cuttings. Anyway, before we go any further, take a closer look, my friends. Right, okay, so I think we'll decant the chips first. There we go. Pop them out on there. Okay. probably about 10 or 11 chips there. And then we'll decant the peas as well, I think. Pop these peas out here. At least they're not crushed peas. I don't mind crushed peas, but it can be a little bit pretentious, can't it? So we'll get the peas out there as well. Nice cutlery. Let's get some malt vinegar on there as well. Not coming out very well, that. Okay. Let's get the... that is not coming out very well at all. I like my vinegar as well. And we'll cut the batter down the middle. Not overly crispy, a little bit soggy. Batter is not crispy. Okay. Let's get that lemon in the middle there, like that. There we go. Pop a little bit of lemon in the middle. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop a little bit of the lemon on my peas and get some pepper on those peas as well, mushy peas, and mix that in. And a little bit of salt on the chips as well. There we go. Hake. Not sure about hake. Let's have a look. There we go. There's your fish. Quite a strong taste to it. Going to go in for one of the chips. There's your chip. Crispy on the out. Fluffy on the inner. Some of them are a little bit golden. And a little bit crispy. I have to say I'm disappointed with the batter on this. Because it is very soggy. No crispness to it all. Very flat as well. So let's take a close look at this fish in here. Is there any skin on the fish? No skin on the fish though, which is good. And the fish is as I say, very strong taste, but very flat, extremely flat. Not very thick. I think it was on a diet. It's going for the mushy peas. Mushy peas are nice. The chips just look a little bit. Some of them got little, I don't know, a little overdone. A few little scrag ends in them as well, like that. But we'll eat it, then mark it out of 10 outside, I think. I'm just not overly sure about that fish. A little bit of crispness there, but that's about it. The rest of it, very, very soggy. Right, I'll see you guys in a minute. We'll get the bill, and then we'll mark it out of 10. But we'll reserve judgment until we get outside. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, okay, so there we go. I'm going to judge this outside. I am going to say, by the way, Adam, who's one of the servers here, impeccable service. Probably some of the best service that I've ever had. So shout out to Adam there, well done. Right, I can get down to business on this one. First of all, Adam was fantastic. I left him a tip. There is a service charge added to the bill, but I also left him a tip because, do you know what? He deserved it. I think he was new in the job as well, and I saw him around and I clocked what he was like with everybody else, not just myself with a camera, and he was spot on. Really, really nice gentleman, and he couldn't do it enough for people. So Adam, shout out to Adam there. Spot on. Don't mind leaving a bit of a tip because I'm making money out of these videos, so share the love a little bit. So there we go, and the cost come to £25.26. That's including a service charge of £2.81. Does annoy me, the service charge. If I wasn't filming it, I probably would have asked for that to be removed, but I'm not going to put Adam in that predicament. And the fish itself wasn't too bad, to be fair, and hake is on a par really with cod. Tad sweeter, and very flaky as well. Personally, I prefer cod or haddock, but there we go. It's a good equivalent. Chips, a little bit. Sorry.
Huge fan of you, mate.
Oh, thank you very much. Come in and say hi.
I'm Gal, mate.
Brilliant. The fish and chips at the Ivy.
Yeah, I replied to one of your messages on Carl Matthews.
Oh, brilliant, Carl Matthews. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I like your hat. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. There we go. Carl Matthews. Shout out to Carl. Where are we? Score-wise, I'm going to go with... Well, the chips were a little bit overdone in places. I'm going to go... I'm going to take service into consideration. The batter was a little bit soggy, which was what ruined it really. No skin on the fish. The ambiance was great and it was busy in there. That's why I didn't get very many shots of the inside. But you know, with the Ivy, you actually pay for the ambiance and for the entire experience, and the experience in there was second to none. So I'm going to give it I'm going to go with a 7, to be fair, because I'd have probably been a little bit more if the batter wasn't soggy. But there we go. So it's a 7, which is a good score. That's the Ivy in Leeds. As I say, service impeccable, and but I recommend it. Yeah, but don't just go for the fish and chips. Go for something else. Anyway, that's all from me today. Do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. Lots more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.